It's now or never, Glades.
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 The Everglades is the legacy for every Floridian, but it's so much more than that. It is an economic engine that fuels tens of thousands of jobs and adds untold billions of dollars to the nation's economy. But it's dying, getting 40% of the fresh water it once did, poisoned by excess nutrients.
Perfectly well-intended people 100 years ago, dammed the south end of Okeechobee, but they stopped the flow, the lifeblood of fresh water flowing south through the river grass into the Florida Bay, which is the magic of the fishing in the Florida Keys.
We have an ecosystem that's dependent on fresh water. All of the functions that are inherent in the Everglades ecosystem are also functions that we are all dependent on. So we can think about protecting the ecosystem for the value of the ecosystem itself, which is really important to do, but we can also think about it in terms of the economic benefits.
All we have to do is replumb South Florida to get water doing what it used to do and what it has always done and what it wants to do.
The Everglades is obviously a national treasure. We have a moral obligation to have stewardship of it. From a business standpoint, it represents a huge economic opportunity for the state of Florida.
You're talking about 650,000 jobs in the marine industry in the U.S. alone, 56,000 of them in Florida. Those jobs are all at risk if we do not take some serious steps and fix the water problems in Florida.
I've seen the changes in just a short time, and I've been doing it for about 18 years. And I have neighbors that talk to me that used to guide, and they've been encouraging me to do something else. It's a different place, and it's changing even in the time that I've been there.
Nearly 20 years ago, just 2 blocks from here, at the White House, the President of the United States signed into law the Comprehensive Everglades Restoration Plan.
The SERP law was passed in 2000, but the problems continue to get worse. The green slime that they were speaking about earlier, the black water off of Sanibel 2 years ago, the huge amounts of exacerbated red tide that we've just had all over the western Gulf this year, these problems are getting worse every year.
I think we have a chance now to really make some progress. I think there's good news on momentum. I think there's now a clear understanding and a plan in place that we want to pursue. I think everyone, for the most part, is focused on the same goal, and that is to finish this project, to get on a schedule and sustain it.
10 years ago, Everglades restoration projects were languishing. We were in the courtroom, not out in the field doing work. And thankfully now we're seeing projects turning dirt, we're starting projects, we're finishing projects, and we're seeing the best water quality on record this year because of that change.
We've made a lot of progress. Just take, for example, the 2 big bridges on the Tamiami Trail that start to allow water to move south like Mother Nature intended. And that's been dammed up since the late 1920s when Tamiami Trail was built. We've got a lot of progress, but we've got to keep it going.
Around here, the squeakiest wheel gets the most grease, so we've got to make all the friends we can. They have to believe in our cause, and they've got to be willing to advocate for it against other competing priorities of the federal government.
There's no place else where the federal government has come in and done this kind of damage and not come in and made it right. And this is something that I think is actually owed to the state of Florida.
For 30 years, I've been waiting for the right alignment of stars to happen, and I can taste victory now. It's so exciting. I wasn't sure I'd see the solution in my lifetime.
Now, with all your help and countless others back home in Florida, the Everglades Summit is going to bring that project to life.